Yeah, and welcome to your August 2018 love reading. I've already posted the general readings, and give me a minute here. You got quite an interesting love reading. 4 pentacle cards have showed up. So when pentacle cards show up in a love reading, they're always about the foundations of a life: work, money, housing, or the daily activity, how you live, working together, all those sort of dynamics. So this will be, if this is, if there's some Leos who are waiting to meet someone, then the message is definitely meeting them around work, okay? Study, that sort of thing. For coupled Leos, I think it's safe to say that the everyday foundations of your life are the central core of your dynamic. Your best path to follow is a very interesting card. You've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, and I think there's a need for change here. That's what the message is, because there's already feelings going on here. It's a king, so really high feelings, but I think there has to be some movement, and particularly around the everyday element of your life, because your additional guidance card is Imagine. When this card appears in a love reading, especially with so many pentacles, there's a call to bring things away from the imagination into everyday life. Okay, so we can imagine how things are going to be, or we take action in order to make those things happen. The call is to action. Your Romance Angel card is about past life relationships. It's that sort of message that there's a deep bond here that goes beyond what you're doing at the moment. Okay, you've probably done this relationship quite a few times, which would make sense because your environment card is the King of Cups. Very deep, emotional, and very mature bond here. But there's a call to move things forward. Absolutely no doubt about it, because you're coming into August with the Four of Discs. So the Four of Discs, first I'm going to read emotionally. This is about someone not revealing their feelings, not listening to their intuition, holding back. So that might be a message for some Leos who've got a flirtation or an interest, but they're not doing anything about it because you've been asked to move forward and to make your feelings known, okay? For other views, already in a relationship, security is a main issue here. Not only security, but your everyday life. But I think for some Leos who've got a new love interest, you're definitely being asked to go forward, to bring it out of that zone of just thinking about a person into action. I think it might be more towards the end of the month that you do that though, because you're moving into the Hermit energy. So you're still reflecting on action, even though your best path to follow is to move forward. You're still spending time reflecting on action. A lot of signs have got similar. Mars retrograde, nothing I can do about that, guys. It's the end of August that will bring new forward motion. But there's definitely a call here for single Leos to reflect about moving forward and to revealing their feelings. For yous who are already coupled, it's about sorting out the practical matters of your life. I think it's going to be happening right through August. But the outcome is the Knight of Wands, and you've got two knights here, both very fast moving knights. This is a fire knight, this is an air knight, not always about the signs, but the Knight of Swords would communicate verbally, and the Knight of Wands would communicate through his actions. He would he would do actions in order to make this situation move forward. The Knight of Swords would more be about communicating, but there's definitely a message about expressing yourself and moving forward. Your central issue is the Two of Discs. So there's definitely a juggling of options, but it might be, some of you might even be considering relocating, making changes in the everyday practical matters of your life. As I said, in your environment card, King of Cups. King of Cups is quite a deep feeling card. But again, there's another message coming through for Leos who are only in that attraction force, that you're dipping your toes in here. You're beginning to express how you feel for someone. It's all very, very slow movement, but keep moving forward, okay? Because your hopes and fears are the Six of Discs. So the Six of Discs is about a heart-to-heart conversation. It's about a dialogue that needs to happen in order to move this situation forward. For already coupled Leos, is a sense of, again, there's a little bit of an imbalance around the earth element that needs to be brought together. So this message seems to have been going on for months for you, Leo. You're not the only one. Your opposite sign, Aquarius, has had a never-ending situation that seems to be up in the air. But your outcome is the Page of Pentacles, which is moving something into form. It's only a seed. So this is about a new love. This is the potentials there, okay? You've communicated, you've expressed yourself, you've had a dialogue, and now it's gone into a seed form. The seed turns into the flower and into the tree. So everything begins as a seed. But I think for you who are already in an existing relationship, you need to move. This situation needs to move forward, okay? I think it's definitely about juggling the practical parts of your life. There's something out of balance, but when a page turns up, the pages are about hope, okay? They're about hope that all the right ingredients are there to grow into something which is more sustaining and more long-term. But there's action that needs to take place. Because we can communicate action, which is really important, but we also need to put in the legwork, which is the Wands cards, to move and propel our lives forward into a new chapter. And I think for some of you who are just really drawn to someone, there's a bit of fear about expressing yourself. I don't really think there's that much to fear, to tell you the truth, because the Page of Pentacles, is leading to the Knight of Cups, which is an offer being given to you or making an offer. 3 Knights. Okay, the Knights bring change and they bring movement, and you've got 3 of them. So it's only the Knight of Pentacles who moves slowly. I think there's a lot of change and there's a lot of growth. I think a lot of you are only dipping your toes in. There's a lot of fear about imbalance, particularly around the Pentacles. But for coupled Leos, it's about fear about having a conversation. But when a page shows up, it's always about hope, guys, because you've got this gift that can grow into whatever you want, and it's growing into a Fool, which is a brand new beginning and a brand new start. You've got a really interesting love reading here, Leo, to tell you the truth, and you've got a message in a bottle. There's loads of movement, loads of messages, but because the Hermit's showing up, there might be a lot of time spent in self-reflection this month. You're not the only sign who's got it. Our forward motion energy will not go forward until the end of August. Okay, and it's in your 7th house, relationship house. But so there's a call to reflect, reorganize in order to propel your life forward. I actually really like your reading, Leo. Something really straightforward about it. And I think there's only 2 signs who've got a straightforward reading. Okay, loads of love. Bye.